Good night, good night, good night. We're live here. The Library Agenda. We don't put a lovely to see all look at it out us tonight. Let's build a little bit. One Facebook up with live.
Hey, we a beat method, man.
Huh?
You beat method the posting, man.
One with live. Right.
All in all, I'm very
Hey, we a beat method, man.
Huh?
You beat method the posting, man.
Live. I want to think about the live background music, right? All right.
All in all,
I want to think about the live background music, right? All right. There's some echoes in the background. You need to eliminate folks.
All echoes.
what's that do?
Somebody.
One of them song, man, I look for.
Nice. Check, check.
Right. Good night, everybody. Welcome to the Library Agenda, man. Good night, good night, good night. We see we have a lot of people on the like 31 people off the bat. I want to talk about, man.
Yes,
So
man.
we have the lady, the queen of jazz, the queen of library, one of Bigford on the inside.
Boy,
And we also have the man, the fire Travis. What is that?
What's going on with you and these labels, boy?
Watch out, we all over the world getting these labels every day right now. That's what she homeboys, you know. She want to labels tonight.
Them labels are necessary.
One of us have one of us are looking at the show on our phone or something like that. That's why we have now an echo. So somebody take it off.
For real?
All right, see if it's better now.
Check, check. Song ain't good on my end. How we song it out, fellas?
So good. Well, I think that should be it.
Let's see if we can straighten out this little technical difficulty we have in here. Let's try that. Right, that should sort out that. How's that there? I think I figured everything. You know, I do my new technical job right now. So I think we're ready now, everybody, and we on the inside, we live. So as always, we like to start off the show by recognizing whatever deity, whatever religion you are. You know, we respect Hindu, Catholic, Muslim, those who follow the ancestors, so we recognize them and welcome them among our midst. You know, respect to everybody. So as we were saying before, good night, Library, and welcome to the Library Agenda. And as promised, we have the lovely Miss Vaughnette Bigford on the inside, and also the man, the host with the most, the one they call the Fire Travis, the best believe man on the inside.
Best believe.
And what is special about this show is what we like to call the power manifestation, because I would have put up a post on Facebook the 10th of July, the 8th of July in 2018, and I said, life goal, promote a show with Vaughnette Bigford as my headline act. Laugh. But as my MC for the show would say, Fire Travis, best believe. So,
best believe.
so full circle, we are here on the inside. So we'll allow the both, people to introduce themselves and let us know a little about themselves. So Ms. Bigford, ladies first as always, welcome to the Library Agenda.
Thanks a lot. It's really good to be here. I mean, not that I had a million other places to go in this COVID time, but I'm glad to be spending some time with all you. I am Vaughnette. Those who don't know me, born and bred, and still live in Library. I have no intentions of moving anytime soon. I am I'm many things, but primarily a musician, an artist. Living and working right here in Trinidad for the past 16 years, somewhat professionally. And Library girl to my heart. I'm born in Point Hospital, only because Library didn't have a hospital. Other than that, Library, as we just say.
Library, yes, man.
Library, man. Well, one thing we want to say, we want to stick our fingers up on those to Mr. Fabian. We got here, we got Vaughnette Bigford on our show first, because today we was up in studio with Mr. Fabian. He said, boy, we beating your tail, boy. Our show get Vaughnette Bigford first. You know what I mean? This is our first one, our landmark for us, So let's step aside also. Let you man the Fire Travis on the inside. Fire Travis, touch me.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, man.
Loud and clear.
Greetings, friends, family, and of course, loved ones. I'm Fire Travis, Library, as we rightfully would say. The queen of jazz, the beautiful lady with the man cut, who's proud and comfortable with that. Not many ladies comfortable with a man cut. You have it on full.
Not many ladies could pull it off.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
So I'm Fire Travis Joseph, the name, by birth. Library all my life. There's no better place but home. The repping 868. So thanks for the opportunity to be a part of this, the 6th edition. So hi and shouts to all my Facebook friends and everyone who's logged on. Thanks, Chef and Fire Marshal, for allowing me the opportunity after Father God for being here. So I'm overwhelmed with joy. For this opportunity to be amongst the stars.
Well, you know what they say, this is Library show, Library people talking Library business. So let me take some comments on some of the people inside. We have the bully boy, Rene the bully, night, my good friends. Good night, my friend. We have one of our regulars, a foundation member, showing Trini Gomes. I reach in, almost forget our time change back. You forget now.
Sherwin, thank you for all that you've been doing so far. I know Sherwin wants to do his stuff quietly, but I'm just saying thank you. You would know what I'm talking
big up the Library. Big up our Library International.
Very soon we have that Sherwin will be here to talk about all the things he's been doing, but Sherwin been doing a lot of magnificent work alongside people like Renee Samuels, Shelly Ann, Miss Charles, Library International, fantastic work, and we will highlight it on another show, We have first time for me. Welcome, Renee, first time for you, man. Well, yeah, sure, with me, if I have somebody might echo me, fix that. Right, but it's only one thing. We have some serious directors on this show that doesn't make joke.
Not a bad man.
Look at directors. Hey, the demon on the inside, boy, 99, boy.
Down to 99, man. Respect.
Would you?
The people doing song check for me. 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. Check.
Look, hey, what real celebrities are inside, boy? The man with the smooth voice, boy. Ray Hamilton, boy. They say everybody loves Raymond.
Ray's good people too, man.
Yeah, Ray's a good one.
We have Miss Morris on the inside. Good night, Miss Morris.
Good evening, my lady.
Dion Porter inside. Big celeb tonight. Yes, Dion, you the celeb tonight, man. And of course, the lovely Miss Vaughnette Bigford.
Who Dion could be calling celebrity other than himself?
Well, that to be it, I mean. Yeah, the lovely Miss Ann. That means the celebrities are Library, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, let me really come to share a little bit. Thank you, Sherwin. Ms. Bigford, from our many interactions and conversation, I will remember, and something I would love to highlight and bring back up the B spot and also the black gold. Those are two outstanding initiatives by yourself that wow. And I want to point out, the winner of black gold, Celestial Jewel, my daughter, at least for me,
No,
she father, she win for
she
me.
didn't win. She didn't win. She didn't win. First of all, she didn't win. She
She
was
win in
fine,
my
but she
house.
didn't win.
But hey, any good father, he chave. But we know Miss Gabriel Henry at one, I don't know, but seriously, Gabriel really had a soul touching rendition of that song she did. Wow, it was amazing. For those who were there, they know I was speaking about someone was put on Facebook. I even think you took on TTT. And she did a rendition of her winning performance. Wow. But the floor is yours, touch a little bit on the B spot and also the black gold and any future endeavors in that respect.
Well, I mean, the V spot was basically my idea of expanding my brand a bit. I mean, more so post Petrotrin. I had in mind to not work for nobody for the rest of my life. Yeah. So I decided, I thought, in an afterthought, I just said maybe, the whole Petrotrin thing was a way for me to pivot, that's a new word, into the full-time into entertainment and into building my brand and being my own boss, really. And the V-Spot kind of came, the idea for the V-Spot came out of that. So it started simply as just doing some lives and kind of just sharing energy with people, fans, because that's important as an artist to ensure that you're connected all the time. So I started to kind of just share information, share vibes, go live maybe for an hour or two, play some music, sing some songs. And then that morphed into this event that I had in Point Fortin, which is supposed to now be a staple in the Point Fortin Borough Week celebration, where I brought that all-inclusive, semi-inclusive, was semi-inclusive, but to bring that all-inclusive concept to Point Fortin in the form of this jazz event. Because more so, I don't know what, I tell people, I find this world caters only for young people. So people over 50 have very little options in terms of entertainment. And it's not that
I has been all your shows, so you're trying to say over 50, you're putting my part.
Yeah, but if you use your 2020 vision while you're in my show, you'll realize that you're on the younger end.
As long as they clear that up.
Yeah. So generally, my audience is an over 50 audience, and that's just the fact. We haven't been able really to get young people to come out and listen to the music, and that's more so because they hear jazz and they have this idea of what jazz is, and they go, they want to. That
could also be Fire Travis. That could also be Fire Travis' fault. Yeah, but we'll talk about that just now. Here are marathon runners.
But so the audience is primarily an older audience. So I started looking at all the different seasons, the carnival. Even in the carnival, it's difficult for older people to have an event curated especially for them. Something that starts during the day, finish at a reasonable hour for them to go and put the nitroglycerin under the tongue in the night and make sure they take the diabetes medication and all kind of thing. But not because they're older, it means that they don't want to enjoy themselves in a particular kind of way. So and that was the idea. The idea was basically just trying to create events that cater and classy events, because I'm sorry, this is not a boast. This is just a fact. I do not do things halfway. I don't
Definitely
know how to
not.
Yeah, I can vouch. Yeah.
But we have been to someone show we know.
So my events must always be an experience from start to finish, and that's just the objective. It mustn't just be you paying some money to come and hear me sing for 2 hours. It must be an experience that you must be feeling it for weeks after.
Fair enough.
So that was the whole event side of the V-Spot. The talent competition, and it's because I finally decided to be obedient because I had been getting these vibes, this energy. You know, we just want to say it's God because we just want to say it's everybody else. But this idea that I should be doing so much more in library in terms of art.
Yeah.
And I kept getting that feeling all the time, but I just figured I didn't have the time for it and it would take too much time off of me. And then Petrogene happened and I felt like God was saying, okay, so what's the excuse now? Because the excuse before was time. So it was basically finding a space because, guys, and all three of you knew that we live in a village that is ripe with talent. We have
Definitely
some of the most talented, and I'm talking about raw, untouched talent. They just
Man Ralph.
talent.
True.
Exactly.
True.
Now you may think people may say Man Ralph and laugh, but that fella is an extremely talented fellow.
Yes.
And
Indeed.
what I found is that raw talent could only get you so far. Very few people become ultra successful on raw talent. It happens, but it happens to very few people. You have to take that talent and channel it into focused energy and training. And that's where the idea for the talent competition came up. I wanted to deal with teenagers because I felt like they would be a lot more trainable than the younger children.
I remember that discussion, yeah.
Definitely.
The afraid little children to it. Little children have my kind of energy. I 40 something. Me go that. So I felt like the teenagers would be a lot more manageable and a lot more trainable because we wanted the program to not just be a talent competition where people come and sing a song or dance or whatever and win money and go. I wanted to have a developmental aspect and have industry professionals actually come in and spend some time with them and do some training with them to get them to the point. And that's why we ended up with a final with 16 people where any one of them could have won. Any one of them. It was a fabulous display by these teenagers. I'm telling you, the girl who won, I don't think I could sing so.
That girl was different, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think the judges could have done a recount and kind of different result, but we accept the judges' decision. Hey, watch now. I have a responsibility as a parent to be biased. I bias off the bat. My daughter win, and I say I don't hear nothing else. All right, but seriously speaking,
that's what Black Gold was. Black Gold was a talent.
Definitely, it was a. But seriously speaking, as one of the, not just a parent, but as a community member and a person, a fan, it was one of the most amazing show. Even though it was a competition, the vibe from the contestants and even the parents, and it wasn't the air of competition. It was a showcase of, and the surprising thing for me was this: some of those kids you see walking the road, like with that, he could sing, she could dance. It was shocking.
It was simply because the parents also understood the intent of the program. As much as it was a competition, it was basically providing a space for your children to come and spend some quality time. And so there's nothing to not be accepting and happy about, regardless of what the results were. You understand? Regardless of what the results were. So that's what it is.
What I love especially. Go ahead, Travis. You go ahead.
But coming from the Black Gold and its product, you made some headways as it pertains to the development and the art form, where it pertains to the school, and it made some social media headways prior to the pandemic. What then?
So that, Travis, is my intention. My intention is to open a school for the arts in Library. I don't want to do it in Point. I don't want to do it in Rouge. I don't want to do it in San Fernando. I want to do it in Library because I don't want there to be any reason why these children can't come to this program.
Definitely.
I don't want there to be a reason that they have to travel to go somewhere. It must be made so easy for them, because I tell people I am a product of the arts. I am also an academic. Don't get tired. I am a very well balanced human. But I know the arts has done for me. I tell people there is no interview, there is nothing that scares me. Nothing. And that confidence came simply from being on a stage since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
That's where you develop that kind of confidence to be. And I'm not seeing stuff like that being made available for our children, especially in these areas. I don't want to do it in point. I'm saying that maybe it may have to be done in point if I can't find a space, but I'm saying there's something about the space library where I feel this is what has to be done.
Noted.
It has to be done. Of course, the pandemic come and throw a hole because now
Wow.
I can't.
It shows some on everybody because right now my academy done. Right now he's suffering for football with them to train.
Exactly.
Every day I walk in the road, them train me to me, coach. When we starting back, I tried to explain well the pandemic. You know, we had to wait until the medical doctors say it's clear for us to go back out there so it'll be safe. You know, it's actually a recording now, but those kids are heartening to me that every time, coach, and they have actually recruited their friends. Coach has someone else to bring with me when I come in here. Bring them. Because I always believe churn.
Because they're hungry for something to do, and they're hungry for that space where they are together, something constructive. Even if they're hesitant to come, it means something to them. Those things mean something to them, and we have to be able to provide. And then the next thing is, I sit down and you want to know who to do it, we have to do it, man. We can't expect the children if we're not willing to do the work.
Yeah.
Well, I think all of us cut from that same cloth here, we all there, because I always believe development of children broken up into 3 activities: sport, arts, academics. We need to set up clubs, foundation, whatever you want to call it, that harness and develop these talents and be holistic. Every child has some interest, some talent, some skill in one of the 3, 2 of the 3 of all the 3 categories. And to develop the complete human being that could go out there and function in every capacity, we need to have these things set up. And the thing about it, we have the people in Brea that have the inclination. We have the sporting people who could pass on. We have people like yourself in the arts. We have people like my boy Travis here in his own art form who is do a lot of selfless. People might know. But right now, he's the free show king in Library. Every school, bazaar, or telethon or walkathon, that is my on the mic, you know.
Yeah.
So these are the platforms we want. And I want to say, as a member of the community, we appreciate yourself, Ms. Bigford, and we appreciate you, Father Travis.
Thanks, man.
You know. But let's go into the first one of our first. Tonight we have a special. Usually we have 1 question every day. Tonight we have 2 questions that Ms. Bigford was gracious enough to give the award for the first question tonight. So the first question tonight is, where and in what year did Vaughnette Bigford keep her first concert? Meaning a concert she hosted herself. You want to know what year and where?
Oh God, you're wicked, you said.
No, when I fact checked it today, I knew the location, but I couldn't remember the year. So whoever comes up on the comments first and says the year in which she kept her first concert and where she kept it.
Callum gone.
Is Callum gone there?
One back.
All right.
There we are. Facebook bumper saw for a while there.
All right.
So, Ms. Bigford, could you show the people the prize they're going to win?
Look, I'm drinking a wine in it right now.
Proper creme de la creme.
A lovely VB glass.
So you're winning a one of a kind, Vaughnette Bigford glass with wine. She'll provide the wine when she's done.
No.
With wine.
No, not with wine. Not with wine, Papa.
Okay, well, let me go across and some of the comments, and then we let the man Father Travis on the floor, man. Let me see what we have here. We have no, I think cut out already. I think cut out at all. We back a little bit. Facebook give you a small fight. You know? Let me see. We will have here again. Ray Hamilton saying good night, Ray. Good now. Somebody saying I get cut out there. Right, let's go. Hey, sorry. So correct, Adam. Black Gold was the best. Yes, we know people really endorsing that Black Gold concert, but that girl, we can't tell you enough how it was amazing. We're looking forward to the third, the fourth, the fifth, the 1,000th edition of it. You know?
Yes,
we are doing France regularly.
Dion Powder was actually one of my sponsors too. Dion jumped on board to sponsor one of my consolation. So.
And tomorrow is Dion's birthday, by the way. So before we forget, happy and strong, Dion.
Happy and strong, blessed.
Lovely.
Tomorrow, we making joke with that. We coming down here. Maybe if you lose tomorrow, don't feel to get away. We have doing France on the inside, doing said so true. Sitting down and waiting for something to happen will be a failure. The young ones coming out needs us definitely doing. You know. Really, man, Chappie on the inside. I love what you guys doing here, man. Chappie, we appreciate that. Chappie all the way from the United States. Like I said, from job, Chappie just told the country with his job. So Chappie from the States. Well, boy, Chappie like Trump boy, Chappie boy, but our next show. We have Benny Edmond inside, one of our young entrepreneurs. Benny has a food business right on top of industry, then magnificent fried chicken. You know, in Library Community Center. Well, sorry.
Which community center, Benny?
It's billing. So when the community center is finished, we go in the community center. Right, we own, man.
I hope so.
Let's see what we have here again. Look, somebody saying 2004 answering one question. Is that correct? Is that the right year?
It is not 2004. 2004 was the year that I started singing professionally.
Oh, well, okay. Well, we see the direction is going. Let me see. Look, we have Mosey on the inside. Today is Mosey birthday too. What kind of wine? Look, people want to know what kind of wine you're drinking this.
It's some kind of Moscato. There.
Not the mosquito though.
I take it easy because me and alcohol are no friends. So.
Not the mosquito
though. Look, we have Mosey, another birthday guy. Today is Mosey birthday. I talked to him today. Happy and strong, Mosey. Keep it up, King. And look, somebody saying 2013. People, we need the year and location, eh? No, that's not the right answer, but we need it. Don't feel you're going to break with a year and then put, we work together.
By elimination, yeah. One shot.
We have Miss Minka in. Look, Minka inside, saying first time taking it in, love it. We love you too, Minka. Thanks for coming.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
They could have been anywhere else in the world. You choose to be here with us, and we appreciate that.
Nicely.
But me and Chef know it's not ready. We already come to here.
Well,
we are Sonia inside, Maxine. Good night, guys. Love this.
Man, thank you.
Yeah. Well, when we go, after we done the comments, we go into Travis. We go see Bacchanal. We have Makeda Alexander. Good night, friends. Love this. We have to advance our community for ourselves. Great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you, love.
Yes,
Makeda. Hey, look, we're getting the answer now. Vaughnette, how about this answer?
What is that?
2004 Pan Royal.
2004 Pan Royal, Dwayne, was actually my first major performance with Bugsy Shop. It wasn't my concert. It was QRC's Steel Pan and Jazz Festival, better known as Pan Royal. So I did one song with Phase 2, but that wasn't my concert. My concert was held a couple years after that.
Hey, not literally
a couple, but...
A couple, all right.
Folks, the question is this: what year all the money from the concert come back library? That's the question.
The money come back from the concert. The thing about it is that, contrary to popular belief, especially in the early days, those concerts, because I've never not had a sold out show. I've never not had a sold out show. From start to finish, my shows have always been. But the fact of the matter is, very few people know what it takes to put these productions on. And putting these productions on, especially for the first couple of years when you're building a brand, there's absolutely no money to be made in shows like that. As a matter of fact, I would have lost simply because you're trying to do the best that you can do and build a brand so that in years to come, the money will come. And that's exactly what it is. That's me being as honest as possible. You know?
All right, we'll take two more comments before we switch over to the man for Travis. Look, we're saying, Makisa and Nicola saying good night, ma'am.
Makisa.
Look for him base again, boy. Bazi on the inside, boy. Richard Bazi, boy.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome.
And we go stop on this comment.
My Richard Bazi, My whole
Yes.
friend, not half of my friend, no. My whole
D.
friend.
D. Richard Bazzi. Anthony.
Richard man. And we go stop on this comment here. The Kongsa. The Kongsa is the mayor of Liberia is due to the Queen of Liberia, and it says good night, Kongsa. They be said, look out.
I'm a whole friend. And let me tell you something. I do not deny the friendship with the counselor. I'm not denying him like Peter denied Jesus Christ. I'm a whole friend too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man. All of my campaign train, I tell people, don't make no mistake. I'm a friend. But why it is important to talk about the Kongsa? Our next show on the 18th of December, November, 18th December, Gospel Live. Brea, we having a big show. The Kongsa for Brighton Destiny, the Mayor Library, the man Bump, aka Kongsa Gerald Bissett, will be on this show. So Chef, we protection there. We had that. We face shield because boy, it could have a career. But let me ease up the comments for a while, and then we bring on the man, the Fire Travis, on the floor, man. Fire Travis, the floor is yours, man. Tell us a little bit about the Fire Travis, about Marathon Runner, the man dirties, because we can't leave him out, you know. Tell me about the brand Fire Travis, your jersey, your wear. In fact, but you know the thing. Take it away.
Well, Fire Travis, the name came about from my job or profession as a professional fire officer for the past November 1st was 14 years.
Wow.
That I've been
Are
there.
you serious?
Yeah, real talk in real time. 14 years I've been there as a professional fire officer. So that was where the fire came from. And the Travis, well, self-explanatory because that's my government name.
Right.
And the two coming together was kind of part and parcel from my first professional outside or out there DJ. That's Jason Gobin or DJ Lion, as he's fondly known. As he's known, Lion. Fondly known, yeah. So Lion was like, use Fire Travis boy. It's like, all right.
Can I remember I used to call you Johnny?
Right, but that was because I used to drink plenty Johnny Walker back then. And then I had to get a name to branch off.
Used to?
And that's how it came about. And he actually brought me into the limelight as it pertains to the musical industry. And as Bump was in and is locked on, the well-known show from Labra again, the Wear White, that used to hold at the club in the junction there.
Yeah.
So that was my first big show. That was in 2013, to be exact.
Shellings.
Line was like, I had to go up on stage, and I was like, it's one of people there. And that was the first part. And I went and I did my broadcasting course with IBC and stuff like that to bring myself a little closer to the professional aspect of things. And then, Lion migrated and left Dirties or Dimitri Smith in his wing. So I was like, Dirties, where to come up? So then when coming up, we came up from where we came. And coming up, we continued and traversed into the radio stage, which was our time that was 2015, if memory serves me well. That was at the government's radio station. That is Next 99.1 FM.
Okay.
That was in 2015. There was a competition there, and I was like, Dirties, we're going there. Without you, I'm going on the radio station and I'm going to showcase. And
outside.
Inside, outside. And back then there was this gentleman there who was the senator.
Paul Richards?
Paul Richards, yes.
Right.
Yes, Paul Richards was there. And he was a judge there and a big one at the station.
Yeah.
And he saw the opportunity to have me in. But things changed and we didn't really secure the contract because of that time change of government. And things traversed and I continued. So which brought me to me diversifying and showcasing my brand. And the brand Fire Travis lived on because, as you rightfully said, Callum, plenty free show. Fire Travis, plenty free giving, you know. So the opportunity arose and I just saw the opportunity to showcase myself, and that is when.
But as I talk about opportunity, let me cut across here because I want you to relay this to people because I think this is important. I remember when you was on the show, the same competition, yourself, your and the DJ went up and you all were going through the competition, but that you all fell off the wayside. But one of the announcers heard you speaking and asked you to speak as an announcer. You remember that?
That was the same Paul Richards.
Yeah, tell us about that a little bit because I found that an interesting story.
That was, to be honest, I could remember that because that was the semi-final, actually. We were at their building there at Marval Road, and he stated that he's not too fond of sound systems. He don't really like sound system, but something about us, our brand and our uniqueness, he was fascinated about. And he said, well, read something for me. And he gave me a script and it's like, read this. And I was like, really, boy? This man gonna make me read this and embarrass myself for my birthday, boy? So he gave me the script to read and he was like, because the competition was broken up into 3 factors. Announcers, sound system, and DJs. So DJs were by themselves, announcers were by themselves, and of course, sound system where we became a part of.
Right.
So he took me out of the sound system realm and brought me into the announcers realm to, I guess, bring out a point that he wanted to see. And he was like, hey, you read this. And he used me at that point as a means of example to the others. So that is where that came from.
Spotting the talent, right?
Because well, a lot of people might know that you will make some bigger breakthroughs in the entertainment industry, like when you did Rachel Price's show, because of your announcing ability. Because I remember she heard you at night in Brea by our football, the off-season league, announcing, and she was like, what? Because I was next time when she said, who is that speaking there? We say, well, that is the man Fire Travis, but you will know better than us. Relate that story to us.
Well, that story was basically simple. I would like to call it the Cold Breeze League. That's the last off-season league because the most amount of cold breeze blowing in Labrador Junction at that time. And I, whilst on the mic, doing my thing, and I was like, again, I must stress, freeness.
Free show.
Free show. I saw Rachel Price, or what I believe was Rachel Price walking by, and I said, Rachel Price going there. So I went up to her. So I approached her and I asked, hi, good evening, and she's like, I was like, can I introduce you? Can I make recommendations, or can I say that you're here? And she said, nah. Okay, fair enough, because I didn't want to do it without asking first.
Very good.
And then a few minutes after, she called me. She's like, come. I was like, okay, hi. She's like, yeah, go ahead. I said, sure? She said, yeah, go ahead. And then I made mention of her and I gave her the mic. I was like, say it again. I don't want people feel it's a recording because Damon Pacheco had a lot of drops and stuff like that. So I needed to make sure that everyone knew that it was Rachel Price being there. And after that, I went to one of her shows. My mom and I went to one of her shows and I purchased the ticket and I sent it to her via the Instagram. And she was like, long I trying to get onto you. You hosting my show this evening. I was like, what?
Just so?
What? She's like, yeah, send me a number. I was like, what? And my heart going,
wow.
Rachel Price, me, whole show now. And I was like, I had nothing to lose because I was going to show any which way.
Yeah.
It was at the Naparima Bowl. And my mom and I, and we went up the road. When I was I'm speaking it now, on the creek, and the management team was calling me, where are you? I said, like, Gulf City, I'm coming. On the creek. So I went and I did the show, and it was my first time. And there was no prep, there was nothing. And she was like, take this clock and set it up because this is the time I don't want to overtalk the show. And I was like, okay, cool. And after that, you could just crack jokes. I said, I'm not really a funny man. So let's go and introduce me, go out there and do what I do. And when I went out, I asked the stage director if I needed to go in front of the curtain or behind the curtain. And he said, go in front. So there is me holding a microphone in front of the curtain with hundreds of faces watching me. And I can't see them. So I introduced her, and when she came on, I asked if she was satisfied, and she was like, that is the best introduction she's ever received. And every other show I would be there. I was like, really? And my heart still going brum brum. You don't want to get Rachel Price angry.
Boy.
Well.
No, they say when she angry, she's terrible. But as I would know from working with her, when I get one Bigford angry, she was. So trust me, you ain't mean nothing yet.
Fair enough.
Because this
you speak? What do you speak of? I don't get it for nothing.
Listen now, I can tell you, when I was still a teenager, Vaughnette used to tutor me in principle of account.
In the community center.
In the community center. Back and with me and she did because I ain't like accounts at all. And she did behind me. I finally get rid of she. I do so I come to work trade man now. When I reach trade man, first day I come through the gate, I say, but wait now. But I want that. I say, anyhow, she probably working some office something. Next thing I realized, Vaughnette working in the same department with me. And she's a senior to me. I know I'm from library. So I cannot unwritten law on the base, trade man. Once you from library, all library people, seniors, responsible for you. So my work from the front gate to the back of the station is I go through Vaughnette, I go through Uzi, I go through Danny, I go through Cave, I go through Petty, I go through Colin Benjamin. Anybody from library?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about library. On that, it's like it's old school discipline because once I go left room, I get about 18 lecture. I can't hide and know nothing because somebody, even if a library person don't see, they don't report to your boss in it. They're going to report it to a senior from library. And mind you, you go feel boy that 15 years older than me, but I must say a year or two older than me. Or probably younger than me if it was too sharp. But you want to kill money based in it.
No, bro.
But then we go talk about age because I want people to know that, even though I look like a 21, but we go move on. But Travis, be yourself on it, I see your face.
I have some questions for Vaughnette though.
But listen, before I ask one question, I don't want to forget this part. Many people see I know you as Travis, the DJ, the announcer, but I know you as my role model, my mentor, as a national intercal winning coach. People don't know that you had an accolade behind you. Tell us a little bit about, you see? People don't know what that. Tell us about it, my friend.
Well, as a past student of Destiny Government,
lovely.
Get away.
Again, library. I was introduced to football through Mr. Howard Spencer and then Mrs. Wildman Tyson. Yeah. So they were instrumental in me being coach because I was sent then to do the coaching course that was under the Netherlands coaches. They had come to teach our national coaches at that time how to emulate or give out the information to the school so that they would receive proper students or proper athletes to carry on the country to a better place where football was concerned. And I obtained the level C coaching course, the license, and I went on and I had the girls team. The girls in the call at that time, DB High, they were 3P winners, victors of the intercall because it was a big thing, just as the male version of the football. Right. So too is the female version of the football. And I had then some talented youth, some of them who probably didn't know anything about football, and at least 5 who knew pretty much well and was easily molded into what I wanted them to do, which include and not limited to the Dibisette twins. Again, Labre
boy.
You know, and a lot of others. And these young ladies gave us their all, and that we went through the ups and the downs, goings and the comings, and we even on the final day, taking you quick down to the final day, that we went through all the paces. Before the final, the semis, there was this young lady that actually broke her ankle playing football and didn't want to be substituted.
Wow.
And knowing the pain that she was going through, I was like, you have to come off. The next day, we saw her in a cast. She had a cast on, and she was still hobbling behind the team.
Commitment.
You know? And our final, we had to play that final in Tobago. And, literally speaking, we had jet lag because my goalkeeper, she sat next to me on the plane while I was going to Tobago. Most of them flew on the plane for the first time. And she held on to my arm on that plane. And I was like, she's not going to let go. And she had me feeling like we're going to die for 20 minutes. And she held on, and we went straight from the plane, straight to the bus, straight to victory.
Wow.
And that was it. So these girls, I thankful to say, I am, yes, the holder of a intercall championship. trophy.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, man. That's what we're talking about. Labre. And you know, on a serious note, I will say openly, everybody know me playing football. Whether you think I can play or not, I know the story tonight because I know some of the comments will come. But the point being, Travis is one of the people who inspired me to go and get my coaching license because after I followed them with the best accomplishments, you know, my love for football and I wanted to coach. I too want to do this license. As a matter of fact, from my conversation with Travis and our interaction, I was actually able to graduate on top of my class with his assistants, you know what I mean? So, you know, I want to thank you, my friend, for that inspiration and that help. Because, you know, I just say, Larry, the capital that I have and I love. It's amazing. Let me go through some of the comments now before we switch over a little bit.
Fair enough.
Well, Moses said thank you for the birthday greetings. We have somebody trying to answer one question here. Do we pass 2008 artists on the greens? Ms. Bigford, well, I know the answer is wrong. Sorry?
He has one part of the answer correct.
Yes, we tell you what part you have correct. So don't feel like now. This guy, who is this fella here? Why some Kevin Chef Williams? Some Kevin Chef Williams want to say Aaron that is his niece. Something I don't. They look like a foreigner, there, boy.
Mr. Aaron Nichols, the CEO of Los Gents, he was just commenting, you know, on how well dressed you are now. You know, where so I tell him that's your niche. That's your niche.
I am presenting international artists on the inside. I have to look the way. This is a big show for me tonight. I dress to impress.
That is a manifestation, eh?
Manifestation, you know, that's why I take out my sparkling bow tie tonight to take it out, man. You know? I not playing it. When I have big artists on the inside, like Fire Travis, National Intercal winning Fire Travis on the inside, I have to look the part. No, we have the councillor, the mayor, Labrie, congratulating Ms. Bigford on her accomplishments. Indeed. Well done, Mayor.
Indeed.
You know, we have this foreigner again. Maria Bola, Labrie's love, welcome. We have our next answer to the Vaughnette question. For important career 2008-2009, Ms. Bigford.
No, you have one
Alice.
part of the question correct, but another part isn't correct, Alice.
Well, by now, we're supposed to know the one part that's correct if the following.
I think so. I think so.
Exactly.
The foreigner again, bringing up people on the inside. Nakifa Huggins, welcome.
Nakifa out in London. Big up Nakifa, man.
Yes, Nakifa doing her
What
thing.
you're up late, girl, but thank you for being with us, girl. We have a blessed night tour from Kenisha Neptune. Good night, Miss Neptune. Let's see who else we have on the inside. I want to get you some of the comments. I want to recognize everybody. We are the foreigner, Blaze, Bazi. I'm here, Blaze, Richard and Bazi.
Yeah, Richard.
We are
Richard, who just needed to hear that I was doing the School for the Arts and sent his donation in. He did not even ask a question, Richard. We're so thankful to you all for
Labrie's love. Thank you very much, Richard. Nakifa Huggins again, Kevin Chef William. Thanks, bro. Nice, man.
Yeah, these Labrie International.
Wilson says she thinks her first concert, Shades of Money, was in 2011 at the Sister Paul Hall inside Labrie. I can say no, I was at that concert though, but it wasn't the first concert, Carice Wilson, but I was there.
Shades of Vaughnette was all the Shades concert would have been held in Napa and Naprima Bowl and Sapa. None of the Shades would have been in Labrie.
The one is at in Labrie. What was the name of that one in Sister Paul Hall? That was
Homecoming. That was Homecoming.
Homecoming, right?
Yeah, and I just want to mention about that show, Callum. Vaughnette, she spoke about keeping the brand up. You see how Vaughnette transformed the Sister Paul Outreach Center, boy. I know that thing has a Brea thing with a stage. When I walk in, I was like, where is this? Same for the Black Gold. Proper stage.
If it's even the homecoming, I walk in. I'm foreign, boy.
Proper stage, proper lighting, proper sound system.
We have to understand that geography doesn't matter. Geography doesn't matter. If you're building a brand and you're doing something good, you're doing something good. It doesn't matter where you are. You can't feel, well, because I'm in Labrie. It is because I am in Labrie, and Labrie is where I'm from, that I think Labrie people deserve the best. Why should I go halfway?
Extra proud.
No, we have to go out. We have to go out. This is my home. This is home for me.
Yeah, man. We are Richard Jasper on the inside. Say this is really nice. Yes, thank you, love it. Hey, look, people looking for wife on the inside. Oh, I read it wrong. But my wife just told me she knows you, True Ray from New Jersey. This world really small, yes? Yeah, man. Nice connection.
The Labrie Internationals find each other out there as well, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the community tight.
Fisher, we had Trini Goins. Yes, Travis went Destiny. The big up Destiny inside.
Big up
Khalifa say
BFF.
love you. Thank you, Fab Khalifa. Travis, my library neighbor, so proud of you. People like in your Travis, I tell you,
Yeah,
we know who you really love.
I like my mom. She's like my mom, though. Yeah, Miss Sonia.
Well, you know what you're saying, eh? You have a big
Joel.
following.
I'm telling you, he does. I'm telling you.
We are sharing and good saying good night, guys. Next live, I will deliver some burgers on the house.
Yes, Charlotte just opened her
Shouts to you, shouts to you, my lady.
Somewhere in our Peru, Charlotte just
Chef,
opened
we reach we going live first. We get burgers live on the show that I'm talking about. But on the next note, Charlotte, seriously speaking, our first show in December, we are planning to have a show highlighting all Lobby's small and medium-sized indigenous businesses. So all who want to send their products, their ads, come on the show. We're going to be that show. We're going to do a lot of running. So we're going to do some interviews, post them on our page. So we're going to do a lot of footwork for that first show in December because we know Christmas time coming. So a lot of our local indigenous products, services, whatever you name it, we want to push that one real and free of charge. We don't have advertising cost, so don't free to do so. Contact us if you want to do us, if you want to come on the show, if you want to send a short video onto our page, whatever, and we put in that one out there. So our first show in December. I think I'm going to be the 4th of December, something like that, Chef.
You told me the 4th, if memory serves right, yeah.
Yes. So that's
all right. I also want to throw in as well. When you're speaking, it's not just about products. If you're a contractor, if you're an electrician, services as well. Yeah, if you could repair a fridge, so everybody, once you have something to offer to help build the community and help your neighbor, of course, it's not free of charge, all the time. We're looking to help each other by supporting each other's business. Right?
Greatness.
Well, we go to our second question of the day. Mr. Travis has been speak his hand a little bit. I say offer one of his 868 Travis branded jerseys. No, he cannot give the answer already, but who was paying attention? We will know who was paying attention to the show. So the question is, what year and on what radio station did Travis make his first appearance in Nation's Airway? So we'll see what really this thing who was Mama Guy and we. All right. So once again, we say what year on what radio station did Travis make his first appearance on the nation's radio station? All right. So why are we looking for the answer? Ms. Bigford.
Travis said he had some questions for me.
Indeed.
Yes.
Ms. Bigford, I realize, and rightfully so, you're a big fan and you're always close-knit with the social media. And that having been said, the question I want to pose to you, or at least one of the questions, is if I could find it. Probably.
You getting nervous?
No, I'm not really nervous. I just need to find him out of all the questions that I have for her. If I may quote you, not everyone would like me. I'm not ice cream.
Yes.
And that too is okay. It's okay. You made this statement coming from the sculpture that was trending a few days ago. And I'm obviously very much invested and interested in your comments because as an icon in library, I like to know what's happening. So could you share some light as it relates to that statement, please? Thanks.
Right. So the gentleman, there's this Bajan's sculptor artist, sculptor, who did this this figure of the mighty sparrow. And we're supposed to be so honored that other people are recognizing the mighty sparrow. But a lot of people, including me, I'll be honest enough to say, including me, I found that the likeness of the figure to sparrow there was some kind of disparity. So people started commenting about it. And the artist found his way onto social media to defend his work. But that defending of his work started to get a little abusive. And I can understand as a creative too why he would feel hurt and why it would get to tell you F you on them, because that's where it got. It got really heated. And he started cursing at people who expressed that the sculpture looked nothing like Sparrow. And it was a lesson for me because as artists, as creatives, our work is from the heart. We are not, I mean, everybody to some extent, their work is from the heart, but what we produce is from our soul, reflective of who we are. And it can be very hurtful, disappointing, and a number of other words I could use when people don't receive it with the intent with which we want it to be received. So it's almost like you feel you give of your all and people don't appreciate it. And it is a very hurtful place to be in. It's very, because again, it's you doing the best that you can. And then people saying, oh God, this thing. I mean, a lot of it was just talk, They say, who say it look like Sparrow, it look like Coquelicot, it look like Scarlet.
Busta Rhymes.
But because we are that type of people as well too.
Yeah.
It's very easy for us to make off the cuff comments and not really understand that for something like that, I could understand why he was hurt. The point for me though, is that because we are artists and because we are creators and we put our work out there, we have to understand that people have a right to not like it.
Right.
That's as simple as it is.
Nice.
People have a right to say, because, okay, what I do, I can tell you from my experience, what I do. I don't like all the singers that there are out there because different things appeal to me at different times.
Right.
And it's fine for me not to like Beyonce, baby, it's you. You're the one. It's not my favorite song.
Hey, show start, boy. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine for me to not like it. What I don't like is, I don't feel it's necessary for people to actually go out of their way to try to pull an artist down.
Yes,
but as artists, we have to understand that people will not always like what we do. And we have to allow them that. We have to appreciate that.
With this,
some people like Milo. People have to not like it, and they had to be free to not like you. You can't get vexed with that. That's just
with this level of enthusiasm that you're ready to fight, leads me to my another question.
Go ahead,
Chef Brea.
Alam, we have to. I know normally we like to stick to time, but tonight we had to make an exception, Mike.
Well, I don't show the clock a while ago.
Thank you.
If you didn't say anything, I don't mark. We have 2 more minutes, but the nice thing about it, this is we show on we station. Larry people talking about Larry business, and when you look at the amount of views, we have over 75 people up there looking, so we can just throw them out just so. And once the 2 we paying to be here, I'll allow us to go over our contract. No problem. Right, Travis?
Yes, Travis.
You are often the one that brings joy and entertainment to others. But there is a question I often ask myself, and I'd like to ask you. Who guards the guard? What and who fuels your drive to continue?
Excellent.
That's a real, because, and let me tell you something. It's a conscious effort that I make. Because I'll be very honest, if I get up every day and I decide to post based on how I'm feeling every day, it's not going to always be positive. Because I have some real dark moments that I deal with at times. I have some real dark headspaces that I go in. But I made a conscious effort and I said to myself, at no point in time, Vaughnette, should your product, your page, your space be fueled by negativity. It doesn't say that if I'm not in a good mood, I wouldn't say to you, because I'm also very honest with my fans. I'm very honest with the people who follow me. I will say, Olia, I ain't having the best day today, because honesty also matters to me. Honesty keeps people connected to you. But I've always said that my page is a page where when people come to my space, they should leave smiling. And that's a conscious effort that I make. it's not a very easy thing to do because according to you, sometimes I wonder who's there to make me laugh.
Right.
Fugazi gods.
Yeah,
Mhm.
who's there to make me laugh? And sometimes it's just about doing some self-reflection and saying, you know what, sometimes you just have a role and that's just your role. And in being that beacon of light for people, I find light in it for myself as well. You understand?
Okay.
It doesn't say that I don't have bad days. I have bad days. I do. But I try my best not to make it be, you know, if some people, every time you go on the page is negativity and comments, every time.
Yes.
That must be me. That mustn't be me at any time. That mustn't be me at any time.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me take some comments now.
Go ahead.
We want to keep the people interactive, you
Go
know.
ahead. Go ahead.
We are Ivor Ashford. I'm proud and pleased that you all are venturing on. Great effort. Yeah, man.
Thank you, Ivor.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks to Ivor, who also made a contribution to the little boy O'Brien who's dealing with his medical issues. Ivor sent her contribution from overseas. Thanks to you, Ivor, as well.
Yes.
Ivor is another Library International.
Seeing that.
I don't know
Ivor,
if she
Library
Library
International.
International, but she sent it to me. I don't know what's with everybody sending their money to me. Kevin, what is that?
Yes.
Shout to the New Youth Left Behind organization as well. They are instrumental in that.
Yes, man. I want to get a big respect to Tenaz on the inside, boy.
Indeed.
We are Chad Dakon. Good night, guys. Keep it up. Thanks, you, brother.
Thank you,
But
Chad.
the Bazi man, blazing a trailer fire for you there. Ah, boy, my best commentator tonight, but yes, Callum Marshall. That means to see the food on the inside next show, boy. We get you, chef, boy. We get you.
GT.
Hey, look, Janela Johnson's from the Rhine, boy. Janela from the outside, boy. Big ones on the inside.
Big up theater scheme.
What about all these people on this panel? Love you guys. We love you too, Janela. We love you too.
Love you too, Janelle.
Madam Hoggins, we love it, dear girl. We love you too. Let me see what comments we have. Hey, look the big man in business, Casey on the inside, yes?
Yeah.
What, boy? We are tracking everybody tonight, boy.
One setup, Casey set me up good and proper. Put a whole diatribe about why Vaughnette must be the MP for Library and set me up.
Yeah.
Why you not accept the thing? Why you I said, boy, what kind of setup thing is that, boy? I ain't forget you. I ain't forget you at all.
That was bacchanal, I buy into it too. No?
Ready to dip a finger? Callum might have stepped down.
Well, no, I will not step up in the first place. I spoke to Vaughnette United boss, and even before I entered, I said, Vaughnette, if you enter any race, I don't have the conscience to go up against you. You go ahead. And we had a long heart about it, and then, you know, and then I said, all right, you go in, I go be just to a side bomber. But that's another story for another time.
He did.
You know,
yeah. Go to the Blackwell family then, yeah, man.
Yeah, Blackwell, big up Blackwell. Yeah, Patrice, bed on the inside, good night. From the Gaza nurse, lab. Hey, look, Gaza nurse, boy.
Gaza nurse, big up.
Look, she went trying to answer your question. She went fishing, you're fishing.
Sure, when it was 2008, but it wasn't PFC, so sorry.
Hey, Black King Nation inside, but you man came back Stucky, boy. Loving the house, Black King Nation, Larry, your man Stucky.
Stucky big, Stucky do anything.
Another foreigner, we are Daniel. Daniel going inside another international. Good night, Daniel.
Night, Daniel.
I used to teach Daniel as well.
Camera John, you teach everybody here. We watching here, Before fishing again, you see 2008. Okay, guys, don't get the year. But let me see where you get the location now. YMCA Sisters of Song, boy.
Nah.
I feel doing on Google, you know, doing Googling Vaughnette Bigford.
Google can't help that question. I'm sure Google can't help that question. We are Nakisha, AM up and staying up on TT time, right, babes? We appreciate you, man. We know you're in England and we know you're behind this clock.
Respect.
Vinny, Edmond, Callum Marshall, football, nice work. My nephew, Drum, gets a sports scholarship from the library. RC playing with you. Talking about, boy. That's the hours I'm looking for, man. I'm so glad. I didn't know that. I'm very happy to hear that, man. You know, we have a real lovely couple of young people out there, boy. Some beautiful young men and young ladies. We have now. I was surprised. But the amount of girls that are playing and the level they are there, because to close off last year, we had a little, scrimmage between the kids. So I say, you know what, I'll make a girls team. The girls were in the finals, and they lost some penalties, and we talking about one, they were playing football. So if they get girls started up at the right age early with the boys, they're on the same level as them, you know?
True.
Isaiah Noel saying 2007 PFC. I think point 14. No, Isa. Sorry, I said Isaiah. Sorry, Isa.
No, baby.
Let me see. Nafisha, yes, sister. Yeah, well, she Kongsa saying, "Vaughnette, let me know when I was a let them know when I was a producer of that show, boy."
The Comstar was the producer for the homecoming shows in London.
Yeah, man. And marketing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. We take a couple more before we go back on the conversation again. Yeah, I scroll down too far, but I want to miss nobody. But I make a scroll here. I didn't realize we have so much comments. We might be to get you all tonight,
Have a nice one from Ray.
Ray, and I want to skip nobody. We'll get on to him. Carla McIntyre inside. Alison, Lisa, good night. Because I don't want, I mean, everybody made a contribution. I want to recognize that. I tell you, we appreciate all the comments there, folks.
Shout to you guys.
Tonight we might get you all, but we're trying. Yeah, look at the big money business which inside, boy. You got boy.
Hello.
Syrians on the live, boy. Syrians.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, loving night. Oh
God. It's shown up weekly as yet. Literally today, myself and Chef, we were in studios with Errol Fabian discussing taking the show to the next level. So maybe we aim at next year, God willing, to take the show weekly. But all for now, we're going to stay fortnightly. Because we want to be able to maintain the quality, right? But we're going to try and look at it going forward. But we appreciate the faith, the trust, and belief in us to also go weekly. We really appreciate that, right? Travis, we noticed you had let me see, the Dirty Fire Show, boy.
Yeah.
Give me a touch on that now.
Well, that is an initiative of my DJ, Selector Dirties. He had the link with our outside source. He's been to some boat rides. I didn't really have the proper information about it. But partner, brother, he wants support it is. And he hinted to me that there is this show that is an internet radio station. And it's on every Monday night from 8 to 10 on iLive, www.ilivecaribbean.com, if I have it correct. Right. And 8 to 10 showcasing different genres of music. We go with the 4 traditional soca, rap, dancehall, reggae, and there are other artists internationally, some from Haiti, some from France, some from up the Caribbean, and some from right here. So the Dirty Fire Show, it's on every Monday night, 8 to 10, with some technical difficulties, but we're there. Brethren doing it, are doing it.
Yeah, man. I mean, somebody offer an answer for your question. Is that the correct answer? 2015 next 991.
Well, yeah.
Go right. Yeah, well, I believe yourself on Fire. Travis have friends on Facebook, so contact Travis. He has a Jesus spear. If you don't give it to him, put him up on Facebook, right? You in here. Vaughnette, we noticed a couple of things. We'll touch Vaughnette and Travis, and then we close off, right? Because we went over, but we overdo it. I noticed you have Jazz in Your House series. Give me a run on that.
Yes, that's
right. Well, I'm an artist who has been crippled since March because we're in the middle of a global pandemic. So we can't perform. All my events that I would have planned for the year, I had to cancel. And it's just a way to remain relevant, remain active, earn a little money, and just to play the music. In July, I did backyard jazz. I did a series of performances in my backyard in Arima. 4 shows. All people came out, even though we were in the middle of COVID, but we hadn't had the numbers that was like now.
Yeah.
So the Jazz in Your House series is just simply another dispensation of finding ways to get the music out. And it's just, if you have a birthday and anniversary, you and your 8 family members, and you're looking for entertainment, you just hire us and we set up, we come with our own sound system, we set up and we play for you for an hour. We collect our money and we smile at you behind our mask and we leave. But it's just another way. It's just another another way to get the music out, to remain relevant, keep in touch with your fans, and to try to earn some money. So because that's what has to happen during this pandemic. You have to keep just redefining, or else you'll just be home doing absolutely nothing. So that's what that series is about. It's just about taking the music into people's homes.
All right, nice. And this one goes out. But anyway, don't dominate. Chef, any questions? Because I have a couple more, but I don't want to dominate.
Listen, this I can tell you already. This is your manifestation coming true. I will into this rock back and enjoy good company. I have a few questions and a few stories. You know, I always have a story, but I like how we going, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
want to share my dream with you now because people, I think most people don't understand how big a moment this is for me. Seriously, I sat and I went to Vaughnette show. I was inspired as I'm always am when I go to one of my shows. Man. And you know, I do my little promotions, because you know, I had the main library promotion, do my little thing. And I say, you know what? I want to do a show with Vaughnette. Well, actually, my second show with Vaughnette. Because a lot of people don't know it. But I had a show, I can't remember the year, but myself, I performed live on in fact, I was the headliner in a show in Paris Suites, which we sold out $600 ahead. I could call the price, how big the show was. And I sang alongside Miss Vaughnette Bigford. She could shake, she had what she want. It is what it is.
It was a department Christmas dinner or something like that. It was something.
But I still get through. We had a band, band. I was the headliner. I was the lead singer. Well, let me rephrase that. I was the lead person who only mic, because if anybody here may attempt to sing, well, no, me saying lead singer is a stretch. But the point being, I get to open my mouth the most, and I was a moment when imagine I shared a stage and sang alongside Miss Vaughnette Bigford. I mean, she sang, I howled, but I know the point of the story. The point is, stay with your dreams, and somehow they will come true. And coming from that, seriously speaking, I went on Facebook and I said, you know what? I want to do a show with Vaughnette, and I want Fire Travis as my host, because you know me from day one, I library. And I remember when Vaughnette volunteered to do the show last fortnight with Earl Fabian. Yeah. I remember that post immediately, and I said, but wait now, I have to call Fire Travis because I can't leave him out. And I'm here today. That's why I dressed to the occasion, because I this is forever. I'm not forgetting this. This is my moment in my life. One of my proudest moment. Everybody had a moment. This is an amazing moment for me. I have lived my dream. I promoted that show.
You are king overdo Kalam. Oh God.
If you're not overdoing it, you're not doing it right now. Life is meant for living, and I live in this moment. You know?
Happy face. I'm happy.
I have
Vaughnette, I know you have plenty friends, plenty people you associate yourself with, plenty people you have met, plenty icons as yourself. There's one that pops up to me because since I've listening to radio, this man captivates me big to big. He's a big man, wicked boy. There are two voices I know. There's Davy.
Labry.
Mac Daddy, that man voice mighty and strong. And then there's the Don. Adrian and Moss.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, now I see this man not gonna be Vaughnette. Wow, way, when? You know, so let me know, because he's a role model of mine. His voice is crazy out of the world. I like to get a drop from him when he's saying something about Fire Travis. So let me know something about the relationship with you and him.
Adrian for me is, he just as you say, he is the voice. And amazingly, in an interview that Adrian did the other day, when they asked him who was the person who most influenced his sound, or who was the person that he admired the most, you know who he said? He said Glenn Antoine. Glenn Antoine was from
icon.
Yeah.
Okay. Right up on the stretch opposite Bright Macy School. That person is who was the voice for Adrian. But Adrian for me, and it's not just I admire his work ethic in terms of, so I use Adrian is the voice for my events. But he's not just the voice. He doesn't just show up and announce. He is part of the production.
We could tell,
before the events, he wants to know what's the list of songs, what's the theme, what's the colors, what is the mood. And those things were really, really important to me, because I'm thinking, okay, But that's how serious he takes his job. And that's how serious he takes the fact that he is part of the production. I would absolutely love for him to hear you one day, because I think, Travis, that your voice is so beautiful. Your voice is so, I would absolutely love to introduce you to Adrian. And if it means that you sit and talk with him for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever, I would like to make that connection, because I think he is the voice in this country.
Yeah, indeed.
And I think there's a lot you can learn from him, but I'm telling you. And I think I mentioned you to him before. I would really love to introduce the two of you all and see where it leads.
Well, if the Labra agenda never do anything again, this moment here is all worth it. So all work here is done. We could done the show tonight. I don't want to talk about nothing else. It is done. You know. A real nice comment we see here from Ray Hamilton.
Yeah.
Women. I'm blessed to see this show tonight, and I'm seeing this going beyond. I was going in the studio, and this made me did not want to miss anything. Labry. Thank you very much, Ray. You know, this is the kind of comment to support. But we go wrap up very soon.
Ray, keep doing your thing too. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, definitely. Ray, you know, folks, while we're wrapping up on some closing comments and stuff, I'll run through the comments. I want you read it, but you'll see them popping up on your screen, right? 2 quick ones. If both of you guys can speak about your fitness journeys, because Father Travis is running a little boot camp on the beach, and Vaughnette recently started an online fitness journey with wine. With exercise. So we allow Vaughnette started talking about yours because I didn't Travis you could touch in.
Well, let me tell you what started mine. You know, you never really, it's not as if you go to sleep and wake up overweight. It hardly ever happens like that.
It happened with me, but go ahead.
It gradually builds, and you know, you see you put on 1 pound, you see you put on 2, but it's not 10. So it's nothing to be alarmed about. And you put on 3 and you put on 5, but it's not 15. So it's nothing to be alarmed about. But I know what my ideal weight is. And I started feeling, it's just that my body wasn't feeling right. It wasn't looking bad, but it wasn't feeling right. I went to New York and I stayed by Donna and Gusha Lynch. Like them is like the people. And of course, when I stay by Donna and Gusha, and I'm sure they're listening, Donna and Gusha, we going out to eat all the time. We're going out for breakfast. We're going out to this. We just eating, and I'm just sitting there and we just eating. And when I came back home and I stepped on the scale, I was 157 pounds, and I had never weighed anything like that in my life. And I was feeling it. I just wasn't feeling myself. Now, as much as you have singers, really great singers who are overweight, I'm not one of those singers. I need to be fit. I need to be fit, and when I came home and I stepped on that scale and I saw that, I just said, no, this is not me. And I started the day after. Intermittent fasting, exercise every day, and I just changed my entire diet, and that was it. I lost. I'm now at 133, and I lost those pounds over a 3-month period, and I just kind of tried to maintain it since then.
Oddly enough, going through your comments here, I see somebody post something. One of the Bigford, I was always someone I love and admire you. And I posted a pic not too long ago, and it inspired you. I'm so happy. I'm not going to stop. So, you know, you're inspiring people all over the world, man.
As a matter of fact, Nakifa, if you look at her profile picture, she posted this picture in this 2-piece, and I said, oh, right. And then I had another little incident, and I said, you know what? At 46 years old, I have never worn a 2-piece in my life. So I said, you know what? I go to rock a 2-piece, and I start to exercise, and I rock my 2-piece. And I mean, it wasn't fabulous, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't half bad.
It was fabulous, girl.
Yeah, you.
Travis, talk about the Travis boot camp now, because you're bringing back people right now. They're saying it.
Serious? Well, it's no secret.
They say right now they're using straight line inside library.
Serious? Cheese and bread. Well, fitness is basically the hardest thing to get and the easiest thing to lose. And the time I started, I was getting a really bad back pain, And I went and I got myself get it checked out and whatever. And they stated that I just needed to exercise more. And I too, it meant that I too was putting on weight because of the COVID and being restricted by many movements and stuff like that. And it sent me on the beach because I said it would have been soft on my knees and a little resistance with the sand and the water. And that came about with the summer body challenge. And well, it started pretty well. And started with a few friends and we ended up on the beach and we doing our thing for at least 45 minutes, which comprises of this core and cardio. You know, so I warm up on the dead sand in the water and cardio. But then again, the lockdown came. So it set me back a little bit because, as we say, the bubble and the pandemic. But now as we open back up, I intend to go and fight off some punks before the Christmas season.
Well, Pat Travis, I would like to let you know that Mr. Adrian Demora is on the inside and he has seen your comments and he said thanks to you, you know. So we say good night to the icon, Adrian Demora. He said thank you for gracing the lab right now with your presence. So we really appreciate you, you know.
Indeed.
So guys, we want to get you all your comments, but I don't think we'll be able to get you all tonight. Actually, we make it there, man. I told you it doesn't get into it, but actually make it, man. So we have Mana Williams on the inside, Eastrid. Blessing, guys. This is extremely amazing. And sorry, what's that, Vaughnette?
As ding.
Yeah, the ding ding.
Yeah.
Blessing, guys. This is extremely amazing and awesome, guys. You guys break the ice over here with positive vibes away from all the chaos. Yeah. This, I beautiful Kalamasha, you said it, and it was happening. Yes. Thank you very much, Ding. So, guys. No, well, one person won the Fire Travis t-shirt. Me. So anyhow, moving on. Well, listen, we had a lot of people say 2008, but they didn't get the answer. So here what we're gonna do. We will give them the fortnight. They can post the answer if they get the right answer on the library agenda page, and whoever gets the right answer will be there for everyone to see. Hit us up anytime, and the prize you see the prize there. Boyan has it. We see people won the Fire Travis prize, so that's it. So guys, well, before we go, I know I would like to touch on the birthday greetings. That's something we always do before we close off. We have the Mosey on the inside. Happy birthday to Mosey's birthday. Also, Dion Baker. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I think Dexter is tomorrow. Dexter Powder.
Yes, Diana Dexter. Zessa Boss, he was 2 days ago. Let me see where Dexter, yes, going through my Facebook feed to see all who are coming up. We have some people coming up, but these are not Larry people I see. So Renry Campbell, he's Monday, the 9th.
President of the Village Council.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Who else we have? Hey, Mundo boy. Doing it, man. November 10th, this is really happy with strong Mundo. You know, who else we have here? Colleen Pear. Happy birthday, Miss Colleen.
Hey, Colleen.
I'm having Pear sister.
Yeah.
You know, so that is about it, you know. Hey, we are on Nesto Keys. He might be from Library, but he do a lot of work in Library. He come up on the 14th. Happy with strong to be president, man.
I see that's what
yeah, man. Short man, Boogie man. 15th of November is Boogie birthday. But we outside Boogie. They ain't gonna stop we. we go sign permission people early and make we escape party. You know, couple things before we close up tonight. As always, we have the quote of the day, and the one we want today is that the universe doesn't give you what you want, but more so ever what you have earned. And I think is very epic post tonight because of what Miss Bigford and what Fire Travis said. They want to get in a particular physical self. They wanted it, but they want to earn it. Wanting is one thing. Where they go there and grab it with your both hands. You understand? So I continue encouraging you, library, everyone on the outside. Anything you want, don't think about what this and it will happen. No. Go and grab it with both hands, go there and get it. Anything you keep sticking at, you're gonna get it. You understand? So that is the message for the day, beloved. So we'll allow our guest Kevin to any closing remarks. Of course, ladies first, Miss Bigford. Any closing remarks?
I just want to say thank you for having me. I want to say to each of you gentlemen on the panel, I'm extremely proud of you, each of you as an entity here tonight, but also in your personal lives and in your lives. Travis, you're doing wonderful things.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see where you end up. Callum, Well, Callum is Callum. Callum is consistently Callum and very unapologetically Callum, and that's a wonderful thing when you see you could be yourself unapologetically, walking in your purpose. And Kevin is my real partner, boy. Kevin Labre boy. It's like
Labre.
It's deep. There's something
big
really
sister. I'm a big
beautiful
sister.
about
Yeah.
this. Something about really beautiful about this village in which we live. Something about the energy. I tell people that I feel very grounded in this space. I feel very connected to this space. And I can't see myself moving out of here. There's something very, I don't know, there's something very beautiful about this space. And we just have to do what we can to make it as best as it could possibly get, you know.
Travis, before you say Khalifa saying beach cleanup coming soon, bring Travis. So you got invitation to the beach cleanup, yeah, pal?
Yeah, I'll be there. God's willing.
Well, this whole crew was on the beach cleanup, and we want to really as always big up Miss Fab Khalifa Philip, because she's a person who initiated it, and she even continued in her own professional endeavors. So we really want to give her that big forward and tell her we appreciate what you're doing and lend our support, continue lend our support. That, you know what I mean? So clappers to you, you know what you're doing, Miss Khalifa. You know, and Travis, the other choice, the woman invite you. You know?
Yeah, God's willing, I'll be there.
Travis, any closing remarks?
Yes, indeed. The butterflies have flown away now because I'm on the stage with Miss the Icon. Yeah. So it's been a pleasure being here with you guys. Thanks, Callum. Thanks, Father God, for the opportunity. Chef, you know, you're the tech savvy boss. I didn't know how to get on. You bring me on. I give thanks for that. You know, Fat Travis and the brand have a new initiative. Some t-shirts, the Fat Travis t-shirts. There are 5 available. 5 different patterns, 5 different colors. And the cost is only, not free, but only $150. Some face masks. And the face masks are $30. So you can check my Facebook page, Travis Joseph, and those who have my number, link up. See, like, and share. This is one of them. This is one of the latest ones, the 868. Everybody repping that the Defend Moon. You know what I mean? So thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
Well, Travis, you know, feel free to go on our page and share there. I'll share it, you know, because we're gonna get each one help one, you know. And then, you know, early next year we're gonna have a JC Day, because we have a couple of close producers, yourself, Geo, Team Fresh,
Black
Majesty, you know. I don't know if we might want to bring Zed and Eastman on the show. We go talk about that another time. You know, so definitely best believe, you know. Look, some people talk about their own birthday. Sorry.
Latoya Borrell.
Darling.
Happy birthday, anniversary.
Toya. Toya birthday September 27th.
Oh God.
Toya, what you doing?
Somebody hack your Facebook page or?
Don't get in that boy. Still that, trust me. Still that one.
Okay.
And that feature 13th of December. I think we have a show the day afterwards. So don't worry, we go deal with you. God willing, darling. Yes, I'm Curlin and her son and Kern pair. Okay, all them pair the same day. Tell me check how you're doing that here. Anyhow, all the best, Brea. Well, guys, thank you so much for your amazing show tonight. We went over by half an hour, but as we said, it's we show. It was fun, great entertainment. Labre, as always, thank you for supporting us. Coming on, allowing us this platform to meet and greet you. As we say, this show is about Labre people talking Labre business, and these 2 icons. And we don't say the word loosely. Miss Bigford is an icon in Labre. She's an icon in Trinidad and Tobago. She's an icon in the Caribbean, the Southern Hemisphere.
World.
Fire Travis, you're an upcoming icon. You already make records which cannot be taken away from him. You know, he's probably, I'm going to go to them and say probably the youngest national intercol winner ever, because I don't think, I consider myself a bit of a football historian. I don't think there's ever been a younger coach to win a national intercol title than Travis, the age he did that. Also, one of the early national women's title. He's a DJ, entertainer, a fireman, and I mean, there's this guy, if something happens on the highway in Shogun, say, that is for that in front, you know, so don't watch him simple, so, you know, so these are 2 icons in Labre, you know, people to exemplify for our young people to want to grow up to be like. If if you reach the heights they have reached, you get through in life. But we still say go further, be yourself, because we all have our gift, our niche, our do you, but do the best of you, as we say. Ask the universe for something, but go out and grab it, right? So, me, the fire marshal, out for tonight. You know me, as always, as the big man, business chef, close out the show. So, thank you for having me, Nabri. Chef, who's we out there, Pali?
Well, I always appreciate it. Tonight was fantastic. I mean, I spoke to your Callum today and I say, this one, you had a career. This is your manifestation coming true. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself tonight. Oh, gosh. Labra, nice. It was a warm feeling. You could feel the energy, the comments from the fans. I have to say, fans of Vaughnette, the fans of Travis. So it was a pleasure being here. And guys, I just want to point out, I love the way you keep your brands going. VB is a brand, a big brand. And Fire Travis is now the new big brand.
Best believe.
Best believe. Nah, it's out there. So guys, I love the excellence you all keep pushing, because that's what Labra is about. Labra produces excellence, and I want us to keep it up. Thank you all so much for taking the time. We went over by half an hour for the first time in the history of the show, but we had to. It was too much greatness.
And we could have gone all night, but we had to stop sometime. When it's good, you have to keep them wanting more, so we got to lock it off.
Exactly. So all the internationals in Labra, don't forget to like the Labra Internationals page. Just go on Facebook, type in Labra Internationals. It's a group of internationals who are willing to give back. They want to help build Labra, so you all could get on board. More things will be coming up soon. So like the page, Labra Internationals. Thanks everybody. Keep up the support. Keep watching. Every week we'll keep giving you all an excellent product. Next 2 weeks we have the man.
Yeah, man.
The counselor himself.
The Mayor Labra.
You don't want to miss that one. You do not want to miss that one.
You'll be seeing me, and folks, in advance, the comments and the views expressed on that show is all Mr. D.B. Seton, not Callum Marshall or Kevin Williams. So, Labra, we love you. We gone.
Love in the house.
Yeah.